Well, thank you, Deputy Speaker. And early in the new year, the state of South Australia, and in particular my electorate, was faced with a major emergency in the emergence of the Samson Flat bushfire, and nothing quite, I think, exhibits the adversity of this country quite like bushfire. It is particularly confronting to all those who have to deal with it, those people who live in bushfire-prone areas, but it also elicits a great deal of sympathy and, I guess, concern from people not just in my state but around the country. I'd like to thank all those volunteer and emergency service volunteers and personnel who are integral to keeping areas of my electorate safe, and indeed other areas of South Australia safe. And in particular, I want to thank the brigades in my area of Alma, Balaclava, Clare, Concordia, Dalkeith, Dublin, Freeling, Gawler River, Greenock, Hamley Bridge, Kapunda, Lyndoch, Mallala, Manura, Mudlawira, the Northern Barossa Group, Newryopta, One Tree Hill, Owen, Port Wakefield, Rhynie, Riverton, Roseworthy, Saddleworth, Salisbury, Sherrick Log, Tanunda, Tarlee, Two Wells, Virginia, Waterloo, Watervale, Williamstown and the Woolsheds Worsley brigades. I'd like to thank all of those brigades for their commitment in confronting these bushfires, which were truly terrifying. If you went up to One Tree Hill or Williamstown on the days of the fires, as I did, you really were confronted by a vision of Hades. It was truly terrifying. So for those men and women who are out in the thick of it, we do extend our thanks and our appreciation for their efforts and for them to protect human life. And we were very lucky not to have any lives lost in these bushfires because people sensibly evacuated, and I'd like to thank the residents for that. I'd particularly like to thank Captain Tom Walsh of the One Tree CFS Brigade. He stepped into that role just this year and was one of the first brigades to respond. I'd like to thank Captain Justin Baxter of the Dalkeith Brigade. I'm a member of the brigade, but I don't do nearly as much as the captain and his crew. They, along with all the other community members, really did contribute so much. I'd also like to thank Tony Piccolo, the Minister for Emergency Services, and Michael Keenan, the Minister for Justice, who both acted as you would expect, allowing the federal government and the state government and the local council all to act together to work against what was a terrible emergency in my state and in my electorate. Thank you to all of those who contributed to that effort.